All right, welcome back, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about how one's loyalty or a person's loyalty to someone can lead them into being a slave to that situation or to that person. In many cases, we want to stand on the virtues that make us us, right? What we stand for. I've mentioned this a while back before about being the bigger person, not stooping to the lower energy or not matching their energy, if you will, of what's said today. If you do this in these situations with people who are narcissistic, full-fledged narcissists, you will eventually become their slave. Because sometimes, some of you at least, will hold on to representing the image that and principles and stuff that you stand on, right? Because you don't want people to look at you differently if you did something to the narcissist, or if you abandon them, or how it looks if you divorce them or something like that. You don't want for people to judge you off of your actions in regards to that. So a lot of times you will stay the course, right? Your loyalty, even though you have numerous reasons to not be loyal, to disengage from them, you choose to stay in. You choose to stand on principle. This is, in fact, a reason why a lot of you have suffered and endured way more than you should have, because of standing on and being loyal to those principles and to and in fact, if you're doing that, you're actually extending the lifespan of that relationship or situation with the narcissist. You eventually end up becoming their slave, because don't think for a second that the narcissist isn't going to catch on to what's going on. They're going to read into the fact that, oh, you're trying, you don't want to look like a bad person and show the other side of how you could be. You're going to still stay the course and be this outstanding person, and I'm going to be able to run amok, do whatever the hell I want to, and you're still going to lift your head up high, and you're going to turn the other cheek, so to speak, right? Let me tell you something. That will bring down more abuse and disharmony than you could imagine. Because you know the saying, you give an inch, they take a mile. And they're going to take their share of a mile if you're behaving in that way. If you're being loyal, no matter what the cause, because you want to stand on, a belief system or values or whatever, however it was you were raised. This is how a lot of you go through unnecessary torment and torture. You have to know when not to turn the other cheek. Right? You have to know when to use discretion and use another method. You have to not be afraid of what people are going to say. How's it going to look? Forget that. You got to get yourself out of the situation. You got to free yourself from captivity. And a A lot of times, and we hear about the thing where people say, "Oh, no one put a gun to someone's head to make them stay in it." That's true, but oftentimes we assist our captors. We assist them in helping to enslave ourselves to the situation or to them. We don't know when to break free. We don't know when to change up. Even though it's clear as day, you're still trying to remain this person. Some of you hoping that you can lead by example. Listen, that does not work with these type of individuals. No matter of how principled, morally sound you are, that means nothing. And it gets you nowhere with these type of individuals. It's going to get you manipulated and abused. That's how it works. That's how it works. They're going to take full, complete advantage over you wanting to do right, being true to yourself, and all these other things does not work with these type of individuals. Those type of characteristics are only and should only be reserved for people of like nature, of the same type, of the same kind. It is not an all-inclusive type of behavior that you go around, bestowing and being to everyone else. And this is, I think, a hard lesson that people learn down the line. You got many people stay in bad, broken marriages that it's already a shit show. But they stay in them because of a lot of times these tainted beliefs or belief systems that only work with someone who is of like kind, and they're not with a like kind. Those laws only apply to those who are like in nature. If you're dealing with anyone who is unlike that, then the law does not apply. It's not a universal thing. Once you see it won't apply, you disengage. Yeah, you don't have to stoop to their level, but you have to disengage. And that's the only way to deal with that. To not disengage is going to lead you further down the realm of enslavement, to where you condition yourself to be tolerant of that type of toxicity, which eventually you become toxic yourself and don't even know it. From tolerating that level of toxicity, you become toxic eventually yourself. Now, it won't look that way while you're with an extremely toxic person, because you're going to see, yourself as dealing with them and above them. But I can guarantee you get out of that situation and go to someone else who's nothing like that. they're going to see toxicity in you because you were wrestling around. What they say, you wrestle, you play in mud, you get dirty. So from dealing with a toxic individual for so long, that rubs off on you. Now out of it, the new person, the person who's not been around any toxicity or has worked on themselves or whatever may have you, you're reeking of toxicity to them. You may not see it in you because you aren't as toxic as the person who you left, but you picked up a lot of toxic traits or a lot of ways of dealing with toxic individuals or that particular individual. And now you come to the next situation, and guess what? It doesn't just dissipate and you're just good to go now. You have to get rid of that toxic residue from dealing with that other toxic person. And the longer you're in it, the longer it takes to get rid of it. It's energy too, folks. That energy just doesn't dissipate because you just walked away one day. That energy is still on you. Whatever you entertain, you will gain that frequency, that vibration, that energy. You're going to have to shed it. And it's not like you go take a shower and it rinses right off. It's on you. This is why being loyal and trying to stay the course with these type of individuals, your loyalty can be the catalyst of your own destruction with these type of individuals. I would suggest never. And if you are in a situation, whatever you got to do to get out of it, take that leap of faith and do it. I can promise you, you'll regret it if you don't. You will strongly regret it if you don't. That energy that'll be on you will wreak havoc in your life continuously and make things difficult. You have to know how to reset that energy. Loyalty is reserved for like kinds that feed you good energy, that add value to you, that give solutions, that's what you extend loyalty to. Things that uplift you. Just wanted to put that message out there, man. I think it's important. Anyway, hit the like, share, subscribe. One-on-one consultations. Just click the link in the description box. Shoot me an email. I'll get you information on how to go about that and availability. Until next time, have a good one.